Hello Avengers, welcome to another video recap where I'm going to make a big summary of all the things that we know that are coming in the pipeline potentially for this year. This is all information gathered from all the Play with the Devs live streams, not only the one from last Friday but also all the previous ones from December as well. It's a big compilation from December, January and February where I'm going to cover everything we know so far before the next deep dive war table Hawkeye that's coming next week. So let's dive right in. So first off, we're gonna talk about characters. Of course, the next character that's coming very soon is Clint Barton Hawkeye. As you well know, the deep dive war table will be this next Tuesday, February 16. After that, we're gonna have a special live stream where the devs are going to showcase live gameplay of Clint's combat. Not sure specifically what day will that be, but it will probably be in the same style as they did for Kate Bishop. Now, what do we know so far before the deep dive table for Clint? So far, we know of 3 unique arrows that he will have on his arsenal. One of them is pulsar arrows. These arrows stick to surfaces and can be detonated. The next arrow that we know about is tripwire arrows. It shoots out 3 arrows that can knock back enemies. Lastly is the boomerang arrows, which is going to be a very interesting one to have an arrow that comes back to you essentially. Apart from these 3 unique arrows that we know so far, we also know that he will have a unique set of heroic abilities, and he will also have a unique sword style. The first developer blog post has been released, giving us a first look at the new environments in future Imperfect, the Wastelands. This is a new region inspired by the Old Man Hawkeye comics, specifically the Eye for an Eye arc. In this timeline, the Kree have attacked Earth for reasons unknown. A global battle has ensued, causing irreparable destruction and killing most life on the planet. The Kree are deploying their giant sentries, ravaging Earth's defenses. Humans managed to take down some of them, and their metal carcasses are still littered across the deserted world. The devastation was so large that massive land masses shifted, causing catastrophic damage to the world and destroying most of the infrastructure. The atmosphere has become so polluted that the sun is rarely visible, causing any kind of life to be suppressed. There's almost no vegetation, no animal life, and barely any humans left. So that gives us a really big picture of what to expect from this world. A futuristic, apocalyptic landscape. You can check a full rundown from the developers themselves in the developer blog post, links below. They have also confirmed that Clint will have multiple skins where he will have hair, so not to worry about that. Back in July, when Clint was first revealed, they said that Clint will have missions that can be played either solo or in cooperation with other team players. So unless things change during the delay, it seems that it will have the same feature for co-op in the same way as Taking Aim does. On the last Play with the Devs livestream, they clarified that Clint will receive multiplayer content, but they did not specify what that meant. So it could mean that there's some kind of like an Omega level threat or some other type of initiative related mission, or it could simply mean that his operation can be played with other players. Moving on, our next confirmed hero is Spider-Man, and it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive. Back when he was announced last year, they said that Spider-Man would launch with a special in-game event that will feature unique challenges to test his abilities. And just like the rest of the other heroes, he will have multiple cosmetic outfits and other gameplay experience options, so you can make your own vision of Spider-Man. Originally, he was slated for early 2021, but with all the delays that happened, it is unsure if this will still happen. On the Play with the Devs livestream, they said that Spider-Man will be something that they would communicate in the near future, but that don't worry that he's still coming. So what about future hero operations? While there's no details on other future operations or confirmations, they did say that future operations can include multiple heroes as a focus instead of just one, like we're seeing right now. However, operations will mainly be used to introduce new heroes. But of course you're wondering, what about the villains? Well, they have said that there will be more new villains added. New content added will introduce new villains, like in the case of Clint introducing Maestro Hulk. But they also said that there will be new villains added into the game that will not be tied to new hero stories. So we could be seeing new villains apart from the operations. Next up, we're gonna discuss quality of life. And we're starting quality of life with a roadmap. What's the status of a roadmap? Are we getting a roadmap? The answer is yes. During the last 2 Play with the Devs live streams, they have confirmed that they are in active conversations and discussions to approve a roadmap right now. But to keep in mind that it's possible that the roadmap will launch without dates, but it will feature the order of when DLCs are meant to arrive, essentially telling us what's next after each content update. Another quality of life change that's gonna change playing on consoles in a huge way is the next generation update. To recap the next generation update, this update will be free, so if you own the game on a PlayStation 4, you will get for free the PlayStation 5 version of the game. This also applies to the Xbox versions. This next generation update will feature much faster load times, boosted resolution and fidelity, improved texturing and armor destruction, ray tracing, and more. On the PlayStation 5, it will fully utilize the ultra-high speed SSD. It will also use the DualSense advanced haptics and immersive spatial audio. Players on PlayStation 5 will also have the choice in choosing enhanced graphics mode or high frame rate mode. This update will also fix elevator dialogue getting cut because of load times going really fast, so you don't miss out these great conversations between the Avengers. Stay tuned for more details about the next gen update in the upcoming deep dive war table. Next up, we have Gear 2.0. The gear we currently have is being reworked as they look for ways to make gear more interesting in Gear 2.0. The focus is making this gear be more meaningful in gameplay, provide some difference to the experience. They also want to make it more clear for players when it comes to choosing the right gear they want, and make it exciting for them to get those specific pieces. These plans for Gear 2.0 also include overall new changes to loot, progression, inventory upgrades, mission structure, and difficulty. Keep in mind that this is a big change update that they're working on, so it will take a little while to release, but it will make a huge difference for the game in the long run. In other minor quality life changes that they're looking into is group reconnection. Sometimes when you're on a mission, a player might disconnect, whether it's because of the internet, of a glitch or crash. This feature will allow players to come back to that mission of their friend, but currently it's just being looked into. Moving on from quality of life changes, we have missions. So what can we expect from the future of missions on the Avengers initiative? They did confirm that there's more missions that are on the way. They're working on new environments, corridors, rooms, because they know players are tired of the same level design, especially indoors. But ultimately it takes a while to build all this new content, but they have seen the feedback and they're actively working on it. Other missions in the works are the Omega level threats. The Super Adaptoid Omega level threat is currently going to be the first one to release before the cloning labs. Unfortunately, both are still on hold because they're trying to get rid of as many crashes as they can during multiplayer experience. This is because most of these missions are a lot longer, and having players crash in the middle of such a long mission will not be fun for them. While there's currently no dates for when this Omega level threats will release, they did say that they will offer an update on their status on an upcoming blog post, so stay tuned for that. Another set of missions in the works is the campaign replay feature. Last time it was talked about in the Play with the Devs livestream, they said this feature is in QA testing. That is pretty much almost done and is very close to release. They're just unsure when exactly will it release. It's part of the things that they're currently working through the roadmap right now, but it should hopefully be relatively soon. Meanwhile, the Harm Room will have some improvements and features that are currently in development. They didn't specify what exactly, but fans are usually requesting for ways to customize the Harm Room, so perhaps something similar to that is in the works. And lastly, when they were asked if there would be new Vault missions, there is currently no plans for more Vault missions. And to wrap things up, a question that I know a lot of you are always wondering every day: when we will have Marvel Cinematic Universe skins? They said that MCU outfits are being strongly looked into, but it has to go through a lot of certain approvals because it involves the Marvel movie franchise. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. They also tease that in the future, maybe this week or on a future week, there will be a new Iron Man outfit that will feature a cape. There is a lot of speculation of which Iron Man could this mean. I'll let you tell me in the comments below which one you think it will be. And lastly, they like the idea and are looking into making animated nameplates. So that will be very interesting to maybe see comics come live, or maybe we even see something themed to some animated Marvel shows. We shall see. And that's all that we have so far on what's coming in the pipeline for Marvel's Avengers. Remember to stay tuned for the upcoming Deep Dive War Table that will be this Tuesday, February 16. And stay tuned, of course, in my channel for any news that may pop up. For now, see you next time, Avengers.